In the annals of television history, few shows dared to be as audacious, as controversial, yet as brilliantly executed as Hogan's Heroes 1965 to 1971. Set within the seemingly grim confines of a World War II German prisoner of war camp, Stalag 13, this wasn't a somber war drama. It was a masterclass in strategic comedy, a relentless cat-and-mouse game where the mice held all the strings and the cats were delightfully, hilariously inept. Far from trivializing the realities of war, Hogan's Heroes ingeniously transformed a symbol of oppression into a clandestine operations hub, a stage for ingenious plots and a biting satire on the absurdity of bureaucracy and the eternal triumph of wit over brute force. It was a testament to the human spirit's ability to find agency, even in the most restrictive of circumstances, all while delivering consistent, sophisticated laughs that endeared it to millions and secured its place as a unique comedic gem. The audacity of Hogan's Heroes' premise was its first stroke of genius, and its brilliant execution, its second. The show didn't aim to portray the grim realities of wartime imprisonment. Instead, it established Stalag 13 not as a place of suffering, but as a meticulously organized, secret base of operations for allied espionage and sabotage. This fundamental conceit allowed the series to operate as a high-stakes comedic chess match rather than a historical drama. The humor sprang from the consistent outwitting of a seemingly powerful, yet utterly incompetent, authority. The production carefully walked the line, acknowledging the setting without dwelling on its horrors, choosing instead to focus on the triumph of wit and ingenuity over brute force and bureaucratic inefficiency. The show's success lay in its commitment to this playful subversion. The Germans were buffoons, not monsters, making their constant defeat a source of satisfying, rather than uncomfortable, laughter, and underscoring the universal truth that tyranny often crumbles under the weight of its own arrogance and ineptitude. At the cunning heart of this elaborate charade stood Colonel Robert E. Hogan, brought to life with effortless charisma and a perpetually sly grin by the incomparable Bob Crane. Hogan was not merely a prisoner. He was the undisputed orchestrator of chaos, the mastermind behind every impossible escape, every successful sabotage mission, and every vital piece of intelligence clandestinely ferried out of Stalag 13 to the Allied forces. His leadership was a potent blend of casual authority, razor-sharp wit, and an uncanny ability to read and manipulate his bumbling German captors. Crane's portrayal was a tightrope walk, a confident, resourceful, charming, yet always maintaining the facade of the model prisoner to the Germans, while effortlessly commanding the respect and loyalty of his men. He was the ultimate chess player, perpetually several moves ahead, turning Colonel Klink's vanity and Sergeant Schultz's blissful ignorance into vital components of his grand designs. Hogan symbolized the resilience of the Allied spirit, transforming confinement into a strategic advantage, a silent victory in the face of overwhelming odds, all delivered with a winning smile and a perfectly timed quip. The perfect foils to Hogan's brilliance were the delightfully inept German officers, Colonel Wilhelm Klink, the vainglorious commandant, brought to life with Oscar-nominated brilliance by Werner Klemperer, and Sergeant Hans Schultz, the lovable, perpetually oblivious head guard, played with endearing warmth by John Banner. Klemperer's Klink was a marvel of comedic characterization, a man obsessed with his perfect record of now successful escapes from Stalag 13, utterly oblivious to the extensive espionage and sabotage unfolding directly under his nose. His vanity was a bottomless well for Hogan to draw from, easily flattered, quickly distracted, and always ready to believe the most outlandish explanations rather than confront the painful truth of his own incompetence. Klemperer, a German-born actor whose Jewish parents had fled Nazi Germany, accepted the role only on the condition that Klink would always be portrayed as a bumbling idiot, never a true Nazi, lending a unique authenticity and layer of comedic subversion to his performance. His stiff posture, his booming Hogan, and his exasperated violin playing became iconic elements of the show. Complementing Klink's bluster was Sergeant Hans Schultz, a character whose endearing nature made him a universal favorite. John Banner portrayed Schultz as a man more concerned with staying out of trouble, avoiding work, and securing extra rations than with actual military duty. His iconic catchphrase, "I know nothing, nothing," was his perpetual shield against implication in Hogan's schemes, a testament to his blissful, self-preservationist ignorance. Schultz was not malicious. He was simply weak-willed and easily manipulated, often accepting bribes of chocolate or cigarettes in exchange for his convenient obliviousness. Werner, also an Austrian Jew who had fled the Nazis, imbued Schultz with a humanity that made him a largely harmless, almost sympathetic, buffoon, making the audience laugh with him, not just at him. The dynamic between Clink and Schultz, the puffed-up, incompetent commander and his bumbling, complicit subordinate, formed the core comedic engine of the show, providing the perfect conditions for Hogan's intricate plans to flourish undetected. The genius of Hogan's Heroes was further amplified by its meticulously crafted and perfectly cast diverse POW ensemble, each member contributing a specific skill and unique comedic flavor to Hogan's clandestine operations. Robert Clary as Corporal Louis Lebeau was the charming French chef, master tunnel digger, and ladies' man, whose small stature allowed him to hide in unlikely places. His expertise in cooking and tunneling made him indispensable to the group's comfort and escape efforts. Ivan Dixon as Staff Sergeant Ivan Kinchlow was the calm, cool, and collected communications expert, responsible for running the hidden radio and maintaining contact with the outside world. His vital role in intelligence gathering provided the backbone for many of Hogan's elaborate plans, showcasing the importance of technology even in a POW camp. Larry Hovis as Technical Sergeant Andrew Carter was the master of disguises and demolitions expert. His uncanny ability to impersonate various German officers, often fooling even Clink and Schultz, was a constant source of comedic delight and crucial for infiltration. His occasional scientific brilliance and endearing naivete made him a versatile and beloved member of the team. Finally, Richard Dawson as Corporal Peter Newkirk was the quick-witted, slightly cynical British safecracker, pickpocket, and master forger. His nimble fingers and sarcastic remarks added a sharp edge to the group's dynamic. The seamless teamwork among these highly specialized individuals, each bringing their unique talents to the table, was fundamental to the believability within the show's comedic framework of Hogan's audacious plans. Their camaraderie, their banter, and their unwavering loyalty to Hogan and each other made them a truly unforgettable ensemble, a true band of heroes in every sense of the word. If you're fascinated by the perfect synergy of an ensemble cast and how individual talents combine to create comedic gold, then you're truly on a winning mission. We love exploring shows where every character plays a vital, hilarious role. Don't get caught without a plan. Hit that subscribe button to join our secret network of classic TV enthusiasts for more tactical insights into television's greatest teams. The heart of Hogan's Heroes' comedic structure lay in its ingenious plots and elaborate schemes. Each episode presented a new, seemingly impossible mission, sabotaging a German factory, rescuing a downed-allied pilot, smuggling a defector out of the camp, or gathering vital intelligence. These missions were always executed with meticulous planning, daring execution, and a healthy dose of slapstick humor and situational irony. The show consistently showcased the hidden tunnels, Tunnel 1, Tunnel 2, etc., the secret radio hidden in Klink's office, the trapdoors, and the various disguises and improvisations that allowed Hogan's men to operate with impunity. The writing was clever, relying heavily on mistaken identity, double entendres, and the Germans' inherent inability to grasp the obvious. The repetitive but constantly evolving nature of the outwit the Germans' formula never grew stale, thanks to the sheer creativity of the writers in devising new predicaments and the actors' commitment to their roles. The dialogue was sharp, often filled with witty banter and memorable catchphrases "I know nothing, nothing" from Schultz, or Hogan's exasperated Clink, "You idiot." Beyond the immediate laughs, Hogan's Heroes harbored subtle yet profound satirical and thematic undercurrents. The show was a biting satire of military bureaucracy and the illusion of power. Klink's obsession with paperwork, regulations, and his own perceived efficiency mocked the very structures of authoritarianism, suggesting that even the most formidable regimes can be undermined by internal incompetence and vanity. It subtly commented on the nature of totalitarianism, portraying a regime that, from Hogan's perspective, was ultimately brittle and susceptible to clever subversion. The series also explored the themes of human ingenuity and the indomitable spirit of resistance. In a confined, controlled environment, Hogan and his men consistently found ways to assert their agency, their freedom, and their dedication to the larger cause, proving that even in the face of overwhelming odds, wit and courage could prevail. Furthermore, the portrayal of Clink and Schultz as largely harmless, even likable, buffoons contrasted implicitly with the unseen, more sinister higher command, allowed the show to avoid trivializing the war while still finding humor in the human condition. The cultural impact and longevity of Hogan's Heroes were significant. It was a massive ratings success, running for 6 seasons and gaining a dedicated audience throughout its original run and in decades of syndication. Its unique premise sparked initial debate but quickly won over viewers with its consistent humor and engaging characters. It carved out a unique niche as a wartime comedy, distinguishing itself from more serious dramas. The show's memorable characters and catchphrases entered popular culture, solidifying its place in television history. Its influence can be seen in later ensemble comedies that rely on a core group of distinct personalities working together, and it remains a testament to the fact that intelligent humor can be found even in the most unlikely of settings. Hogan's Heroes proved that laughter could be a powerful form of resistance, and that wit, even in the darkest of times, can ultimately triumph over absurdity. It continues to be cherished by fans for its strategic brilliance, its iconic performances, and its unwavering commitment to finding the funny side of seemingly impossible situations. As we conclude our intelligence report on Stalag 13, it's clear that Hogan's Heroes was far more than just a sitcom. It was an audacious, brilliantly written, and perfectly performed comedic masterpiece of strategic wit and human resilience. Its legacy lies not just in its laughter, but in its clever subversion of expectations and its celebration of the human spirit's ability to outwit even the most formidable, yet bumbling, forces. If you've been fascinated by this deep dive into the strategic brilliance and comedic genius of Hogan's Heroes, know that the archives of classic television hold countless other tactical triumphs waiting to be uncovered. We love exploring these iconic series that shape TV history and continue to charm audiences. Don't get caught without a plan to join our secret network of classic TV enthusiasts by hitting that subscribe button, ready to unlock more fascinating insights. Now, what's your intelligence report? What are your fondest memories of Hogan's Heroes? Which ingenious scheme was your favorite, or which character's antics made you laugh the most? What do you believe is the show's most profound comedic contribution? Share your thoughts, favorite catchphrases, and strategic insights in the comments section below. Let's discuss why this classic still masterfully outwits the test of time.